And we're live. Oh shit, what intro do I have in there? No, it was gaming. It was gaming. It was this one here. All right, welcome back to another episode of Talking Tech. We are here building a PC as we do usually, probably a couple of times a year where I convert Talking Tech in just a build show. Yep. I want to welcome my friend David here, this is his system we're building up for him. If you guys obviously haven't realized that he's got his nice EVGA XC3, yeah? XC3 Ultra 3080 video card. I've actually just done a review on this, finalize this tonight. Hopefully we'll get this thing on the YouTube channel as soon as we can. Wanted to welcome everyone that's here at the moment, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building this system for Dave, be asking Dave a few questions, some tech questions about what sort of hardware's in here, why he selected it, why he asked me about 55,000 questions about building this rig for him. Why did he select the H1? The NZXT H1 case, which looks like the Xbox Series X is coming out. Yeah, so guys, before we do start off, I want to make sure the audio is all right. I'm actually using my mic here tonight that's on me. Due to COVID, I know we're not 1.5 minutes away from each other, but David is wearing a mask. I won't be wearing a mask tonight, so I'm sort of over the COVID shit that's here at the moment. Hey Goff, how you going, buddy? Sounds good? That's fantastic. How's your day been? How's your weekend? What is today? Wednesday. Wednesday. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave the case for now. I'm going to explain to the viewers what we've done so far and what I've done modifications to this case. Oh, I've done some modifications. We had no choice but to modify a few things to this. Renz, how you going, buddy? Welcome. Deanie, thank you very much for the sub. 35 months in a row. Love it. I know, 35 months. Thank you very much for that. Oh, Golf. Thank you very much, buddy. 34 months, 1 month out. How's that? You are very close. Renz, how are you doing this fine evening? We're doing very well. So, like I said, I want to be building a PC tonight for my friend David here. He's been waiting for this. We've actually had these parts for a very long time. We're waiting for this thing to come in, and then had to wait another week because I had to review it. So he was speaking about this, but no, it's come in. So he's one of the lucky guys that actually got an RTX 3080. But do stay tuned for this. You won't be seeing any benchmarks tonight, but I'll be releasing a video out early, hopefully late this week or early next week, and you'll be seeing what this video card can actually do on a 10900 and a 3900X. Can you wait? Can't wait. So what sort of games are you playing on this? What's your
for me, mostly
what's your genre?
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2?
One for me.
Yeah. I think everyone stopped playing Diablo about 3 years ago.
Yeah. Be on the light drop.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what is that was going to be my next question. So what's this PC made for yourself? Apart from gaming?
Look, everyday working. Developer by trade, so I'm doing a lot of dev work.
Just your home stuff. Yeah. Personal.
Media for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So what was your main reason buying the Xbox Series X case?
I got the Corsair one, which I love.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah. So that's got the 8700K with a 1080 in it, yeah?
1080.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys aren't aware of what the Corsair One is, the Corsair One is pretty much an all-in-one case that's got liquid cooling both for GPU and CPU.
Yep.
That's probably a bit old in the teeth at the moment. It is not, well actually there's two reasons why we're upgrading this. One, because Dave wants to upgrade and buy a new PC. Secondly, his 1080 is actually starting to die. And we were unable to actually change a video card on that. We sourced out maybe getting a reference card and just putting the water block on there. It's currently on there. But trying to buy a 1080, it really wasn't worth it.
Similar price.
Yeah, yeah. Does your mate stream? No, he doesn't, Ren. He streams personal stuff with his wife. On stage Joe, how you going, buddy? Golf is saying hanging for Diablo 4.
Yes, Diablo 4. I've been playing since vanilla Diablo 1. All the way up. Still playing.
1,000 hours, huh? Fortnite plays 212, says David sucks. Just to let you guys know that that's actually a relative of Dave's, so good friend of ours.
Yes.
So what I'm going to put the case down. We are going to be starting off with the motherboard. So we'll be installing the CPU M.2. So we'll start off. Well, let's just start off with the parts we've got here first. We'll start with the motherboard. So we went with the ROG Strix Z490i Gaming, which I think will be fine for this case.
Story behind that one.
Hopefully it fits. Yes, it is. He is running the Intel i9-10900.
Yep. Fantastic
little CPU in here. I've actually done some benchmarking while I had it. I've done some benchmarks on this as well. Worked very well. He's got the Samsung 970 Evo Plus 1 terabyte. And this is the only storage he has on this.
Yes.
So you are not intending to install Call of Duty on this, because if you install Call of Duty, it will take up literally the whole M.2.
Yes.
So Destiny 2 only. Arctic Silver is what I use for the cooling solution on this, because I've been using Arctic Silver for a very, 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 very long time, and I found that this is probably the best thermal paste that I've used for the last 10 years. Now, this doesn't come with the Corsair SF750. It doesn't come with that. It has the NZXT 650 watt power supply in there, which is a gold power supply.
Yep.
The reason why we upgraded to the 750 watt is because of the GPU. Exactly right. So we've gone for that. It was more sort of future-proof in the case as well. Now, I have literally taken out the PSU out of this case already.
Yep. Because
if I had to do this live on stream, this will not end till about 1 o'clock at night. To pull the PSU out of this case, I have to pull literally every single screw out of it, disassemble it, and then put your PSU in here and install it into the new case. So I've already done that, so we don't have to waste any time with that, thank God. So that part there is all well and done, which I'm happy. And then this came with it. I actually don't even know what's in here, but it actually came with the box. I'm pretty sure it'd be either cables or maybe I don't know, to be honest. Let's find out. Okay, so it's got a splitter on there. It comes with a power supply. Power supply cable. Mounting brackets. This is going to be fun. What about this? So obviously it's got Intel and AMD, so whatever, because the case does come with a water cooler on there for the CPU, but the GPU is air cooled, which we don't mind. So I'm going to mount the brackets into that, and it comes with an installation guide, which I didn't use because I just pulled it apart. So we'll leave that all here. So what we'll do, like I said, we are going to be starting off with the motherboard. We'll get that assembled up first. I'll put this down here for you, man. And then we'll get that going. So one of the reasons why we had to choose the RTX EVGA XE3 Ultra is because of the size. The type of case he chose, he couldn't go more than, this was literally the largest one we can get.
Yeah, it was that or the Founders Edition.
Which we couldn't get.
Yeah. They say that
the dust filter off. I think this will fit with the dust filter on.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is. I have tested it. It looked pretty close, to be honest, but we'll definitely find out more.
Say 2.5 wide. Say a 2.
We'll find out. All right, so let's go ahead. If you guys want to have a chat in the chat itself, you want to ask Dave any questions, what he does in real life. He hasn't mentioned that obviously he's a porn star and just wanted to, get onto everyone. But now,
you see me
on the hub, exactly right. This is a really, really cute motherboard, man.
I know.
It's really, really small, tiny.
You don't like it too big, so.
No, I don't. So it's dual slot, so it is towards dual quad channels. You got your 24 pin, you've got an 8 pin EPS connector on here with a steel Oh, actually, it hasn't. You'll be surprised. I thought that would be more secured, but for some reason, the EPS connector on there has got a steel cover over it.
How many?
Looks like you can fit one. Yeah, it looks like it's only a single slot.
So if I wanted
You get a larger M.2. This is probably the other option, this one here. You have got 4 SATA ports though,
yep.
And you can have 2.5-inch drives fitted into that. I think there's
so
2 or 3. Yep. I think you can fit 3 in that. And they're well, they're not quick disconnects. They're actually just slot them in and you put the cables in. So it's not a hard thing to do. If I've got SATA cables here, which I will have, I might pass a couple there.
Yeah,
ready.
Pass a couple there,
so you can just slot it in, plug it in, and you're ready to go. So you're not pulling anything apart. So how's everyone's night been so far? What is new with everyone? Has anyone actually even bought some new tech lately, or is everyone just waiting for AMD's release? It's going to be released in November. Obviously, they'll be releasing their new GPUs as well very, very soon. I really can't wait for that. And there is a few things here that I can't mention on stream due to the fact that I'm under embargo with AMD. So yeah, I will be part of that thing. So you guys will be seeing a special video coming out on November 6th at 1 AM our time, with some hot news coming out with, well, I would say Intel, AMD stuff coming out.
Biding my time.
Yeah.
Sucks badly. I was very lucky.
So who'd you end up buying this one for? Yeah. So just go through in the chat. So what did the system actually cost you?
So system price wise, I've got them. I see it. So the card was $14.49. Plus 1 terabyte was 3. The motherboard, the strips $490, 59. Case was expensive. Power supply. Was it
worth it? So what? So why know your case? So what was the point of the case?
I blame my wife. We moved to a new house probably about 3 years ago now on the dot. My mate Dom's birthday, Dom. His birthday we moved in. So years ago.
You're losing sound. Is it okay now?
Yep. Mic'd up, so
yeah, he's not mic'd up, so yeah.
1.5 meters.
Yeah.
But I had a big rig. You'd remember my rig, 3 monitors, and there, studies at the front of the house. Like I don't want that out. So
I the same thing with my wife, mate, but she had no choice.
Yeah. But look, I like it. I like the clean now since I had the Corsair one. It was a good machine. Lee mentioned the graphics card is it's losing FPS. Lowered the
yeah, we dropped the PCI. Yeah.
Fix the FPS issue. Still having some sound issues. I'll end up using that as my.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be fine.
So you're not worried about storage on this particularly more?
Not particularly. I mean, as long as the only game I'm.
So you've built a $5,000 PC rig to play on your Xbox.
Play on the Xbox, tax money back. Never know what we'll do. My main concern.
People in chat at the moment, I can guarantee you, they're shaking their heads and saying, "This guy's built a $5,000 rig and he plays most of his games on console." Who is this person? I'm done. Well. Yeah, you get ridiculed on here, mate.
I do.
When you talk this that sort of shit.
Just on here, it's
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do that here, mate. You'll be very careful of this thing because this thing lights up and it's got fucking bars on you. You make sure that you are in there correctly, otherwise it will not work.
the smallest motherboard.
These are the smallest motherboards you can work with. But no, I've built an ITX machine before.
Smaller.
What's that? No.
Very small.
No, motherboards I've done a few of them. Still going. We just started.
We'll be here.
You guys are, yeah, well. I did, my last system build that I did was for, who was it for?
Joel.
No. Did another one.
Since then.
Yeah. Actually, I did a custom loop. That was Joel. You see that? You suck.
Who is good?
All right, so what I have done here, Dave, I have, so on if you can just see through here, got a thermal pad going right on the top here.
Okay, yep.
Right, so if you are going to install these, you've got to remove the plastic, right? Yep. That thermal pad will help the M.2 to cool down. I know you haven't been watching much, but there is a few plastics on here. I'll give you the honors of that, because I did your GPU, so you can do this.
Like the,
some peel porn. You're not going to see it, mate, in your system. So you got a nice looking motherboard, but you ain't going to see shit in this thing here. What's that?
Alex, how you going, mate? It's been a long time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I swapped back to my.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I.
Nice.
You just jumped.
Or you can just donate to the channel, even better.
Or you can just donate to the channel.
How about following to the channel? How about that? But welcome. So, all right. So we've done CPUs installed. We've done the M.2. Right. As you can see here on this case here, so the motherboard will sit on one side of the case. The GPU will be sitting on the other side of the case, and it's got a riser card that goes right across here. So we're right across here. I've got to see how this is actually going to work. I'm pretty sure NZXT have worked out that most of them are like that. Michael's still dropping out here and there. Really?
No, for me.
Oh,
with you.
Oh yeah, it won't pick you up.
Bad with me.
It's bad with you.
I'll start typing more.
Yeah, if you want, yeah, I'll put it on this side here. So yeah, so.
Try to just get a bit closer when I talk.
COVID.
That's okay.
How about yelling?
Actually, Alex is the one who had the issue with the computer that you.
And is that a result?
Alex, I don't know. Talk in the channel. Alex just done a build recently of an upgrade, and he had some issues there. I think it was a faulty motherboard. It was DOA.
Yeah.
Got that sorted now.
Okay. All right, that's done. All right, so RAM's in, everything else is in. Sorry, looking to.
He's not the closest I've been to him. You can trust. Take my word for that one.
Ooh. Sexy. Sexual there, mate. Look at that. All good. M.2's installed. We've got the RAM installed as well. CPU's installed, ready to go. So this motherboard does have, it's got internal Wi-Fi. It's got Wi-Fi 6. Also has USB-C. It's got a couple of, well, actually it's got 5 USB 3.0s, one USB 2.0, and then it's got your BIOS USB as well, which can be used as a normal standard USB as well. DVI port and HDMI.
You're missing the other 3/4 of that board.
I think he is.
So Alex said he bought the 10900 KF, but he thinks that the issue was the RAM. So he has a spare 10900K LOL at myself.
Talk to me later. Might fix you up for it. Dave might buy it for him for Christmas.
Call me after the show, Alex.
Dave might get it for him for Christmas. His build present.
Like a push present for the women?
I was going to say a push present. That's going to be a build present.
It's a build present.
All right. So motherboard's done. So the RAM we've used in here is a dual module 16. It's 32 gig kit running at 3000 megahertz.
Story behind that RAM?
We didn't go anything fancy on this one. But
No, the story for that RAM was we thought that the issues with my Corsair 1 originally were the RAM.
Oh, yes,
So
and we ended up buying the RAM.
Didn't fix the issue.
Didn't fix the issue.
Use this RAM in my build. Otherwise, I probably would have went for something a bit quicker.
3000 megahertz is fine. It's more or less if you want to, if you want to go G-Skill or even go the top end Corsair stuff to, actually I might need some stuff out of here, but I'll take it out later. Yeah, the fact of actually getting RGB, which I don't think you need it in this case because you're not going to set anyway. No. Yeah, that's going to be another thing to it. So, what else we got here? Oh, that was what my first I said. I think you are missing. It's tiny as.
It is a small board. Is it the smallest? Give that.
The board, all RTX boards are the same size.
Oh, are they?
So yeah, RTX cases like this.
It is nice looking.
Better to have it and not need it. I love you, Mark. All right, so that's done. So that's all ready to go. We'll apply our thermal paste right at the end after I've put thermal paste all over my fingers. We'll put everything that I don't need on the floor here, and then Dave can take that home with him. Last thing I need more is more boxes. I might put that box back here actually. Yeah, you can. Yeah, right. Box has been empty for a while, mate. Go about that.
I've got the NZXT H1. Here
we go. All right, so case splits off on two. One here. Pull the glass out from here. Watch it break in my hands. So that is glass. It's got another filter on here as well. And then the side case just literally just slides up like that. These are, and it has got two filters on here, one on either side. So you guys can see here already, which I'll point the cable management out of this anyway, just pops off. Small here. I have already installed the SF750 power supply, ready to go.
Is that smaller than the original power supply?
It is, yeah.
It looks smaller.
The other one's about that big.
So we'll get a bit of better airflow.
Bit of airflow, and you're getting more wattage, and this is platinum too.
Plus the power supply is actually wider and
as you can see here,
cooling.
This is your so you got two slots here for 2.5-inch drives.
I'll have to get one.
So if you want to expand, this is the PCI riser here for your video card. So your video card will sit on this side.
Yep.
And then the motherboard will sit on this side here. It'll be times 16. So times 16. So I'm going to pull these two screws out here, which will drop the cooler. And I'll give you guys a bit of a look. I'll take the screws out first. And I'll show you the cooling solution they've used.
It is one of the reasons I went for the case. It does look like the Xbox Series.
Trust me, I wasn't looking forward to it, but anyway. It is what it is. So here's the cooling solution they've used. So you just literally take out two screws and everything drops out. So it's got a 140mm fan on here. Actually, it looks bigger than 140, but I haven't got any 140s here to compare it to. There's a 140mm fan. It's an all-in-one. And then it's got your cooler on top of here as well. Cables will sit here for the power. This is for, probably the other good thing about ITX is it only takes 4 screws. This is just a mount for this here. This comes out. That's it. So motherboard will sit into here. This will plug it in. I need to cut this cable off so because I can, or if I can get more out of it. Just like that. That should be enough actually. Yeah, perfect. Squeeze this in like that, and yeah, we'll get everything in there as well. I might actually take that off again. I don't mind building in ITX form factor. It's just annoying building in it, if that makes sense. I don't mind doing it. It's just time consuming. Like I would literally build a PC within 25-30 minutes if it was normal, but because it's ITX, I thought, you know what, let's do a stream on it.
Yes. And
secondly, we'll be able to see what we can do with this one. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. It's got the cables here that go directly to the board as well. So if audio, USB on top, that's all here as well. And what else is here? So HD audio for your top. Oh, that's the reason why it comes with the splitter. Now I know. Because there is only one. Oh, that's pretty silly actually. So you use a splitter if you want to use the top port. Split it off. But your motherboard's got its own.
So everything's out here. Is that enough clearance there to put a HDMI cable and stuff like that, or do we?
No. How the board will sit, which I'll use in a second. The board will sit this way.
No, it sits down.
Sits down. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sits down here. Yeah.
Looks like enough clearance.
Yeah, there'll be enough clearance in there. There'll be enough clearance. We'll work it out in a second. All right. So what we'll do now is we'll bolt the board up, which I'm gonna take away from the viewers, and then I'll start running. I've got to get the cables out of the box as well.
Surely they can come up with a better way of doing.
I think they should just convert it just to USB-C. That's it.
I agree.
Just USB-C. Don't worry about it, and you're done. You know.
It's one of those things that a lot of people have invested into USB 3 rules.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to kind of dodge all those people, I suppose, but you can always just buy a converter for the time being. You're going to have to do it eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
So better to do it sooner rather than waiting for them to more into USB.
Exactly, and then your riser cable will go like that. Okay. So I'll bolt the board in first, and then I'll show you guys what I'm currently doing now. I'll try and do two things at once.
So you benchmarked the CPU as well?
I did.
And what was cooling like on that?
Well, the cooling solution I used was an all-in-one.
Yeah.
It was an all-in-one. It was the 360. It was what was it called? The MSI Trio, I think it was called, or MSI something. I used that for the cooling solution. It did well. CPU is a CPU. It's primarily what cooler you use. You can use it. It comes with an air cooler. To be honest, I would never use it, but if you had to use it in this case, well then
it should work.
It should work. As a combo, it actually works well because I tried your RAM, I tried everything else. Honestly, the only thing I didn't try was literally, oh, hello, new follower. I see that. Mickle Place.
Isaac.
Thank you for the follow.
I hope Joel's watching as well. Over my new build. Just over, I think.
The young ones. Fuck,
we're
bro.
not young anymore.
I'm only 35.
So when it says dual M2 there, explain.
There's only one slot though. I didn't say there's
only one.
No, there isn't.
It does say dual M2.
Oh wait, this is the one on the bottom here. Oh, is it? Yeah, there is.
Oh, so I can put it up.
You can put it in Android 2. There's another slot for it right on the bottom.
Probably not worth it.
Oh, if you want to do it, you have to do it now. I ain't pulling this shit again.
You've got another M2 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. PayPal only. PayPal only.
Cash in.
Nah, well, was it Woolworths or something that they said they're gonna get away from it?
They can't. Another way the government trying to control, I suppose.
What are they trying to control?
Control paying taxes.
Alright, this is so dumb because you've actually got to put it in and then you've got to angle off the screwdriver just to start screwing it up. But
oh really?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, because the poles are getting
poles are in the way. Yeah. It worked. Alright, so we've got everything in here so far. And then on this side here, you've got the riser cable. So I'll see what I'll actually show what the GPU looks like. I can plug that in soon. Then the riser cables go like that. I can actually we'll do it now. Let's get rid of it. It's back there. Plug the riser cable in, and that's it. So riser cable's in, ready for the GPU at the back.
Now is that lower performance at all, Lee?
No, it doesn't. There's been plenty of tests that tells it. That's literally it doesn't do anything at all. it is fine. Which one's cooler? Which one's a fan? This is pump. Yeah. Writing's so small here, I can't even fucking read it.
Do you need light?
No, I'm alright. I'll be able to see.
Old mate.
Too old, mate. Too old. Getting old for this shit.
In PCs.
Yeah. I want to have a look and see what else I can plug in first, but then I'll start cable managing your PSU.
Yep.
See what we need.
It's good. I've been remember building the old 486DX266s. We didn't have any cable management back then, Lee.
Half the guys on this channel won't even know what the hell that is.
Still got my original 486 DX.
You do, yeah.
Right.
Does it still work?
There's a cap on that.
No, not at all.
Well, yeah. Look, if we found a motherboard, I just tend to keep. I'm a bit of a collector of these things.
Yeah.
So I tend to keep the CPU and the RAM
Mm-hmm.
usually. But yeah, I'll keep all my consoles, all the ones I didn't bother about any. Lucky I'm here, mate.
Mate, this thing it just unplugs, mate. Relax your veg.
Yeah, it's hasn't really changed.
Billy, see what everything's so fucking tucked in here.
These cables that you're plugging in now, remember they were all single?
Yes.
You had to plug each pin in single. Like when the first person said, hey, we can just make this into a plug. The best.
Yep. It was.
And you had to set your parity and bus speed on the
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Or just plug in and it works.
I'll try. Oh, well, fingers crossed it works.
Just have to put a power supply in. How hard's that these days?
only an hour's worth of work, to be honest. Kids these days. I don't know. I'm trying to try and cable manage this as best I can without.
Seen some of your builds, Lee. You're a bit of a master at the cable management.
If I spend time on it, I will. Depends how much you piss me off. I just wasn't going to be doing it. No, actually I am, because this is actually ridiculous here. You have to be careful, even the USB 3, which I don't understand. That's why I said they should just change it either to a USB-C or something different. This 3.0 cable I've got on here, it's been around for so long, needs to change. They need to get rid of it or do something else.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like, why don't they just mount the USB on the board and have an extension cable running?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then I'm not looking forward to, which is actually even might make me pull the board back out again. Front connectors, because they're right down there. So this is front panel, which I'm hoping it's this.
It's going back.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is everything that's on that front panel. Otherwise, there's a whole new front panel that I haven't seen yet.
That's the only.
Yeah, there's only two on here. So if this is it, I'll be wrapped. It'll be good. Okay, so front panel's connected up. So we can pull these cables back here. They will all hide. You will not see any of these.
There's a little panel that goes over the top.
Yeah, there's a panel that goes over here, and you can't see shit anyway. So
really nice.
It will. I could probably tuck these in somewhere else if I really wanted to, but I'll see in a second. USB-C, sorry, the USB 3.0 cable, you really can't play with that much because
bend and break.
Yeah, like you don't want to put too much pressure on it. So I'll muck around with these a bit more later on. But most of it's on there. Pretty much everything's literally plugged in at the moment, and we'll set everything up. I'll get the cables for the PSU now. Set that up.
Hey, Dis. Ethan.
Hey, Dis, how you going? Welcome, welcome. So if you guys just joined into the stream, which, oh, I don't know what I haven't done yet.
What?
Oh, all that. Are we back? Hmm? We're back. No, we're back. We're back. We're back. I have no idea what happened there. Looks like OBS decided to shit itself. Yeah, but it usually reconnects though automatically. I've got that feature on. I've got the feature that just connects. Just connects everything up.
Riser cable.
Yeah, I'm getting it back on now. Dog. Riser cable's right up against this motherboard. So what I'm doing now, I'm just actually putting the riser cable back on again because it wasn't giving me enough room to get this back plate on. So I have to pull the riser cable off this bracket here. I'm just going to re-screw it back down again. And hopefully, good to go. And continue with the build. One screw. Are we back, chat? Are we good? Yeah. As long as we're back live. All right, people will start flowing through again. Sorry about that, guys. I actually didn't realise Dave is the one that picked it up. I'm in system build mode. Let me get this shit done. All right, so riser cable's back in again.
So we're back after that
back
short
plate.
break. Nothing went wrong at all.
Thanks to our sponsors. Yeah, no, this show is actually sponsored. Vaporize. No, this show is actually Talking Tech is actually sponsored by Cooler Master and Tesoro Tech. So do check out coolermaster.com and also tesorotech.com, and you can buy Tesoro products from Sculptech Computers.
Isto hate us. Sword is green.
What's that? Oh, great sword. He's a mod. He's a media reader. Mark isn't actually a really good bloke when he wants to be.
Have I met Mark before?
No, you haven't. Mark lives in New South Wales. No, you have not.
Hi, Mark.
All right, so we've got the bracketing system on for this motherboard. All right, installing thermal paste. Do you P-size it? Do you cross it? Or do you just
do the 5 dots?
The 5 dots.
Good.
You know what you're going to get?
There's one in the middle.
Big blob P-size in the middle. That's all it needs. Particularly with Intel, the reason why I just do the blob in the middle is, one, all it needs. What did it say?
The guy I work with, our warhead today, can you believe? That is an insult if I've ever heard one.
Position tubes towards before closing. It's like that. Do not fold or crimp the tubes.
I think it says position
tubes
outwards
so you
before closing.
Oh, so you got to spread the tubes.
Spread the tubes.
Spread the tubes. You see that, guys?
Do you do that?
So you're gonna tubes are currently closed, or then you got to spread them out. Open. So what would you do there? Keep it, leave it, or wipe it off?
Since you've asked me, I'm going to say wipe it off.
I should have left it on.
Otherwise, crap
Um,
to the stuff you've got.
yeah, it isn't great.
Yeah, it's very thin and Arctic super.
Polish that up, nice and neat. All right, so we'll get that closed up. We're actually pretty going good for time. Actually, it's not too bad. Once it slides in there, gotta find the slots.
Just will the video card play
Oh look,
full FPS?
RTX 3080 with the Commander Keen. Like I think you are going to struggle a little bit there.
What about the original Doom? Like not the remake. I mean
the original Doom.
Yeah.
I don't think you will, man. To be honest, no.
All right.
That's how you do your test.
Oh wow, that is a good coverage. So it's the P in the middle.
Now you can press down on this. You put a bit of pressure on here, and if you feel that you hasn't got enough spread around it, you can add a little bit more. Cool Master do have, see it starts to couple on. But yeah, that's pretty good coverage here anyway. You don't want to go straight directly to the corners, otherwise you are going to get bleed out. So plenty there. We'll do some stress tests to it off stream later on, but you should be fine.
Do that off stream just in case it blows.
Just in case it blows up, exactly right. All right, so get these screwed down, and then this will be done, and then we'll start cable managing your power cables. And I did it all actually, if you've watched my videos, they've all got vape in it because both Rowie and I actually vape, and yeah, we've added it to pretty much every single video.
Every single build.
Yep.
It's a build tradition here at PC.
Exactly right. Exactly right. I was quite proud. I took it as just have.
Do I have a man? No, I actually just did the COVID clipper. I've
been shaving my head for years, mate, because I am losing my hair.
I've always had the receding hair. That was in my.
Mm.
Yeah. About that.
Bit thin on the top. That's what marriage and kids do to you these days.
I would like the man. My hair was quite long before.
Apparently, this Tracy sent me a message. She goes, "Oh, I've ruined the carpet."
You've ruined the carpet. Lee's going to be in here all night, guys.
Yeah, I am not going home tonight. So apparently, because I
ruined the carpet with his knees.
Yeah, because I'm actually a mechanic by trade.
Does Tracy watch the live show?
I don't think she will be. I don't think she'll want to at this stage.
I'll call her home and just tell her it was me.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Try anyway. He's buying you a present though, Tracy?
I'm getting shit. Let's bring this down. For some reason, this one won't go down there. I've got to see what's.
So Charlie was on before. He was the one complaining about the mic dropping in and out.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Good on you, Charlie.
His seat built yet.
Almost, mate. Give me a break. Give me a break. Yeah. Actually, I'm not liking the way this is actually sitting.
Liking?
No.
Why is that?
The clip isn't clipping properly. We'll see how this clip system works. Should have worked, but I think it had to go through the back plate. Use fucking tells me. That's AMD. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
What's the other? Show how to put that. Oh, here we go.
Look at that one. Mm-hmm.
That. Back of it.
Let's support that.
Huh?
Let's support this. That's fine. I'm not that far off anyway.
No.
I was wondering why this wasn't holding in properly. There you go. So the plate's on here anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, you got some sort of small screws. I was wondering what these screws are for. There you go. Remember, I was actually trying to put the shaft through?
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's just got literal 4 screws that hold the whole thing. The bottom one's going to be cunts again. Let's pull that one off again. I'll be able to get that one in. Fortnite players, do you need help? Mate, I built your PC.
Who's that?
It was, look, you're taking it. Your cousin.
Oh?
Yeah.
Ollie.
Do you need help? Missed the first part. What have we got here? Oh, for the system itself, I'll let Dave explain that.
NZXT H1 case. Got that Corsair 1, the first Corsair 1, and I wanted something simple and very Xbox Series X-ish, but I wanted to get something similar size to the Corsair, but also something that gives me a little bit of ability to upgrade, because the Corsair 1 is not really upgradable apart from the RAM.
RAM M.2
and M.2. But other than that, what have we got? We got 32 gig of Vengeance RAM. The CPU is an i9 10900K.
I'm going to let you explain all this.
We've got the GeForce RTX 3080 XT3 Ultra. And
he's getting there, guys. He's getting there.
1 terabyte NVMe M2 970 Evo Samsung.
M.2.
And then I've got this Corsair 750 Platinum power supply.
It originally had a 650 watt gold power supply in there, which would have been fine, because Dave is not going to overclock this thing.
No. But Dave also likes having everything to spec.
Yeah, that's right. You can run 3080s on a 550 watt. I've actually seen it before. And
yeah, even on the sites when I did all the calculations, it said max for what I was running was 100. So
as a requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still plenty in there. All right, so this is all your power cables.
But I mean, this is a quieter and cooler CPU. Gives me a little more airflow because it's also smaller than the CPU. In terms of cooling, a small case is going to help.
Yeah.
What I've read about the H1, the tinted glass actually bit of a problem to cool, but it wasn't the lowest performing case in terms of cooling. It probably sat around the bottom of the middle.
Yeah.
So that's good enough for me. Like Lee said, I'm not going to overclock. I only really play Destiny 2.
So you need to spread it.
Spread those cables. And you know, Diablo and a bit of Warcraft here and there.
It looks so wrong. All right, so we'll leave that for now. And what I'm going to be doing now, I'm actually going to install the GPU. Actually, why is it bending like that?
So many people are jumping ship to AMD.
David, yeah, mate.
Actually, what Charlie went to AMD. He didn't have a good experience. He went a graphics card.
Did he?
What was the same series as the 80s?
1080s.
Oh, sorry, the same series, 2080s. Came out, what cards that? The last current generation?
5600, 5900, 5700X.
I think he got a 50.
Yep.
And pixelating for him and stuff. Was
just
the
really?
DOA model, but kind of turned him off fairly quickly.
Oh, okay.
So back to yes, it was a 5700.
Is that Back to the Future?
Back to the future.
He went back to the future?
He went back to the NVIDIA. He actually did say, though, that if he went for an AMD CPU, he'd probably give it a go again. All
right, so we're going to install the video card now?
Yep. This should be a fairly easy process.
Not really.
No?
It's a bit of a kind of a job to get in, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, you think
like it has got a lot of room in there, though.
Yeah, it's got plenty of room. It's just you got a line.
Is it because of the riser cable?
4 slots up. Sorry. The riser cable will sit behind. Not worry about that. It's the fact that you got to slot the GPU into these 2 other slots that's on the side here, and then line up a card at the same time as you're slotting this in. It's literally 4-play with
No lube.
with no lube. There you go. That's in there.
Card.
I've done it before. That's the reason why I knew it. Trust me. The first one was trying to get this thing in because the riser card moves, the adapter card I should say moves, and everything else moves with it.
Yeah, AMD CPUs definitely have their place. I've been chatting to Lee about this a lot. My build. I think for things like CAD, stuff like that, AMD would really shine.
My 3900X has actually been going really well lately. I've got to admit, like it's got an overclock of 4.4 gigahertz on all cores. No issues or problems whatsoever that I've had yet. All right, guys, if you want to see what the GPU looks like in here.
Oh, we've got stickers on the.
Yeah, mate, I left them on for you. Yeah, so you can peel them off. I don't want to peel the whole thing.
I don't mind. I actually really don't mind about the peel off.
Yeah.
If you get satisfaction from it, you can.
I do get satisfaction from doing that.
Peel them off, mate. I'll give you.
So you can see what the spaces. Look, this will it actually slides in here. Let's get the which side is it on? I think it's this one.
No.
Tempered glass. No, tempered glass is on this side.
And the other.
The other side is this one. Yeah, it's on. That's.
I know that's the glass side. Slider.
Yeah, so I can't put it on yet. So you have to wait. You have to wait until later on. All right, so that's what looks there. Now what we'll do now is do our cable management, and we'll run pretty much everything else, and we're good to go.
I thought they would put, I suppose, the parties.
This is literally an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
In a box. It's
graphics card's probably not as Xbox.
No, it's not, and they're running AMD, so yeah. So we're gonna pretty much. This is where it's gonna get sort of janky because pretty much all your cables are gonna be back here.
Oh yes, the forced red part at the end, but I don't think you. Oh, you will see it in this case. I don't mind the red part. The worst color, definitely not the best color. I would prefer a blue. A blue fan.
So each of these
pin comes as.
So you got 4 and 8, right?
Yeah.
So they carry 150 watts each.
Okay.
Your card is got a max capacity of 320 watts. So it does require
2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah.
So Xbox, yeah, everything about this is better than an Xbox. And I've got the. We're getting my Xbox on launch day. Paid up and got for that.
Did you?
I'm gonna do it.
If you want, yeah.
Happy to, mate.
Do an unboxing there. You can if you
do an unboxing if you like.
If you don't want to have it for another week.
No, we'll do that on the day I get it. Come around my house with the camera crew.
Yep.
Because Lee he's got the thanks to all the camera guys out here, by the way. There's a big crew filming this for Lee.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's 12 camera people on.
Yeah.
Writers.
Yeah, that's right. Sound guys here as well.
Sound guys, the boom mics, all the stuff.
It's all going here on at PC419, that's for sure. Where's the other one? Well, usually Rowie is here. Due to COVID, obviously, we can't be here. What if we get 5 people in this room? I don't know why. See, the original cables that came with the NZXT ones are so short.
Need a sack for sound, dude. We are only working off one mic here.
Yeah, because I'm moving around a lot as well. I didn't want to sort of muck around with it too much. The shit thing about this for you is, well, actually for me, is cable management because there's not much room in here at all.
Imagine if the original CPU was out PSU was.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Right. Even.
Exactly. Where is your 24 pin?
Don't forget.
You'll get it if you get it.
I'll never buy more.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I'll add a SATA cable and the drive for it. Ready to go. Probably not. This is gonna be fun. Should I just plug it in? I might plug it in first, actually. This is Corsair decided to make their cables stiff as shit.
Great company.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Keyboard, mouse mat.
So are you a Corsair fan?
I am a fan. Good.
So what sort of peripherals are you running at the moment?
A RGB.
Did you get that, guys? He's got the K something something.
I think A9. I've had that for about this now. Great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep.
MMO ones.
Mm-hmm.
The hard mouse mat. I should upgrade to one of these 19 mouse mats.
Can buy them from the store. Double the price for you. I've actually got new ones coming in.
Sound cut out for pretty much everything I said in the last 30 seconds.
Oh, really? You might need to yell. Actually, you know what? How about this?
I will put the mic on.
How about you put the mic on and I'll yell out if I need to yell out. There you go.
Lee has finally realised that people want to listen to me and not him.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Am I good now? Am I coming through now?
I actually want to get this thing done so you can talk as much as you fucking want.
He wants me to talk. He doesn't. When Lee gets frustrated with a build, he just does not like talking. He's very antisocial.
No, I'm cable management now, so
Cable management. So you know what? I should become a commentator for builds. Nice slot in of the CPU cable there. Slot it in. He's coming through as well. Your voice travels. It's because I'm standing really close to him.
I'm talking to a mic that I've got to yell.
I'm trying to get the mic out towards him.
You're right, mate.
The cable management, there's not much you can do with these.
I'll fix up
at the back here.
I'll fix up much as I can. I'll squeeze in whatever I can. If you weren't having any SATA drives, I would have subbed everything into the SATA bar. So you're making it hard. Yes,
Lee may have had the microphone tucked up to his hoodie too much. Maybe that's why, yeah.
But remember, Dave's on this side as well, so he's looking at me, so I'm talking to him directly to the mic. That would make it.
I will be in the market for a new PC in the early new year. Recently, I've been a Team Blue person.
Ooh.
Recently, but opening to changing. What would you guys recommend CPU-wise? It will be for gaming and matched up with to a 3080. So Lee benchmarked my 3080 on the AMD and the Intel.
Yep.
I think you said the Intel got slightly
better scores on most things, but when it came to, well, it depends what CPU you're going to get. One, AMD releasing their new 5000 series graphics cards. CPUs in the next month. So I would wait, and I'll be reviewing that. So do stay tuned. I would say if you are going to go new CPUs, I can't mention new. Current CPUs, 3700, 3800, I would say. But you have to wait and see. I can't say anything until November 1st.
Yeah, well, there's a good thing there. If it's only gaming, Intel is still king for FPS. If streaming and other stuff, AMD is hard to beat.
Actually, Mark, yeah, can't say much more. But I can say.
I think maybe if it's early in the new year, wait and see what's happening in this space.
Through this slot. Yeah. No, I'm just going to pass it.
Yeah.
That's your SATA cable.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it's already there.
Yep.
So you'll slide this up. That cable will be there. I'll pass the SATA cable.
And SATA cable, the hard drive go in this way or that way?
It goes in this way. No, it goes in the other way. You have to pull these cables out
and plug it in from that way.
Slide it in.
So just
see what I've done here?
Okay.
You have to push these cables away and slide it in.
Okay. You haven't got one sitting here, have you?
No, I don't. Otherwise, I would have stuffed it in there. It takes 2 seconds. Oops. I need a SATA cable for you, so I can actually get that ready.
G'day, Andy.
But don't get me wrong, if you actually want another M.2, Hey Andy, how you going? You want M.2? We put it in.
I can.
Yeah.
It's probably not worth it though, is it?
Speed wise, yeah. But you probably get more. You probably get more storage out of a.
I can't even remember what I paid for my M.2. I'll have a look now.
Depends how much storage you want.
Probably easier to put an M.2 in there, wouldn't it?
No, not really. SATA cable. Because I'm preparing this for SATA ready to go. So.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. If I look at pricing wise,
how was your stream, Andy? I know you've been streaming a lot of Fortnite.
$330, and what's a
Flaker, how you going? You're probably buying for roughly the same price, but double the
capacity? Okay, I'm on.
M2 or SATA? SATA or M2? Make me do this for nothing?
Maybe. It depends if I need the space or not. We'll see what happens with Beyond the Light.
SATA cable's in there if you don't want it. It's pretty plugged in. So if you want to put a SATA drive in there,
I can.
You can.
But I have to move the cable and slot it in that way.
You just move these cables a little bit. If not, we have to take these 4 screws out and just the other or 2. It's not a problem at all. Alright, so I'll show what we've done so far. Alright, so motherboard's in. Spool's on already, came part of it. So it's running an i9 900K, oh actually i9 900. So 32 gig of RAM in here. I have pre-installed another SATA cable for him and SATA cable and SATA power as well. We have upgraded the SF from the NZXT 650 watt gold to an SF 750 watt platinum. And then this is pretty much the best thing out of this. Easiest thing to install so far is his RTX 3080, which
yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty nice. Yes, it is the H1 case. Wise on my desk. I wanted to keep it as close to the size of the Corsair one as possible. So
how you going, Rhythm? Welcome to the chat. Is your actual PSU or power
is at the top on this one?
It's on top.
Always, no one's ever going to complain about some extra length. Always a good thing, I think, Lee.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Now I'll just put a clean cable. We really couldn't do much on this side because, of course, it's not the original power supply. These cables are actually about at least probably 15, 20 centimeters longer than the originals.
Yep.
Original ones were very, very short. These ones are a bit longer, so it's just a matter of trying to work your way around it. Everything on this, as you said, is actually plugged in from the bottom. We'll work out this. All right, so when we're closing everything up from here, everything's pretty much set. Screws in. We're actually almost ready. Cable ties and everything else.
So there you go. Destiny 2 full install size at the moment is only 95 gig on a PC.
What?
So I've got plenty.
Would you be playing more Destiny 2 on PC or?
No, definitely on the Xbox. So my clan is on the Xbox, but I do have a lot of friends that play it on PC. So it's just the, raid nights and stuff like that. Definitely on the Xbox. I reckon 80% of it's on the Xbox, 20% on PC.
Yeah. Actually all set.
Cyberpunk is coming out though.
You'll be playing that?
Definitely be playing that on this.
All right, so here we go. Here it is. It's all ready to go. Set. One side here. This is what you can see of the motherboard. Cooling for this better be good because it's pretty tight. One main fan in the whole case. I'm pretty sure you can move this on. On the bottom here, up on the side here for a second. Through. On the bottom here, you've got your connectors for your GPU, and then you've got your motherboard connections here as well. One thing I don't like is if you had to install your HDMI or display. Look at that.
Yeah, definitely. That's another one. That's something that they were saying in the reviews in this case, that
So if you have to install the other HDMI or your display cable, this cover actually covers about a quarter of the port.
Now, what they were saying is, I think originally some of the motherboards had the USB ports down there. So they said because most people will get a graphics card, they will, well, not in this case probably, but that's where they decided to
We'll slide this over. We'll see how it
swap
actually
them.
For that. You not. Ooh.
Case is expensive, but it does come, well, even though we changed the power supply.
We've got roughly about 10 mil. 10 mil space between the GPU and the side of the case.
That's not too bad.
10 mil's pretty good. It's open.
That's with, and that's with the dust filters on.
Dust filters are on. Yeah. You take dust filter off.
One of the reasons I went with the EVGA card because it was one of the only 3080s that fit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so they're interested in what the cooling is like and thoughts on the stock AIO.
Well, I haven't seen much of it, to be honest. I haven't done much. I haven't actually even powered this up, so we will probably power this up. I haven't got another. I will still install Windows on this. I have benchmarked everything out of the case, but I haven't done much of this. So we will probably be doing this outside the actual stream itself. But I've got to say that everything's. I wonder what.
Might jump on.
What's the glass on this? The glass sits on either side. The glass sits on
the front. So this is the back.
It'll be here.
I'll jump on chat on one of your next shows and
yeah,
whoever's on. If you're a weekly listener to Lee PC19 gang,
I'll let you peel that.
I'll share my thoughts. Oh, look at that, beautiful.
There you go. There. So you will. Glass side.
Did you take the plastic off the card yet?
Yeah. Oh, of the fans?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't done it before. So on the glass side, which is surprising, I would have thought they would have the GPU. Yeah,
that's what I thought as well.
But you don't.
But I was thinking they probably wouldn't because of the dust filters and the open grate to make it the flow as good as possible.
Yeah.
I probably would have not even worried about a tempered glass front because you can't really see much.
Not really.
I probably would have opted more for a grate type.
Yeah, exactly
front
right.
And back and just.
There's not much room for actually even for say if you want to have RGB, there's no reason for it. It's not made for it, to be honest. You will see the graphics card light up if it does light up on the side here, but apart from that, that's all you're really going to see because the fan is really tucked in. If you had to get, not even that, even if you get an RGB fan, you won't even see it on this because you'll go for the filter through the actual radiator. That's pretty much really it. This is going to be a pretty tight case, Dave, to be honest.
Yep.
I don't think, yeah, well, I will be testing thermals on this to see what it's like, but yeah, I'm not keeping my hopes up, to be honest.
We'll have to take the things off anyway.
So that's it. This is the Corsair H1 with an i9 900. It's got it's an ROG, what's it, D490?
D490
gaming motherboard, Strix gaming motherboard, EVGA RTX 3080, 32 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte M.2 expandable, and $5,000 in a box that looks like an Xbox Series X.
And it will look nice next to the Xbox Series X.
It will look nice, exactly right, yeah. Okay.
It is a great desk case, yes. That's the main reason I got it.
Yeah, no, actually, wasn't a bad build. How long?
Well, with the dropout, probably on for
about an hour.
I think we started just after around 8:40. So
an hour and 20 minutes. Not too bad for an IT.
No,
guys, what do you think of that? And do you think that this box is worth $5,000? Most of your money's in your GPU.
Yeah, it's 1,500 of it's in the GPU. CPU was pretty expensive. If we didn't have to, it would be $250 cheaper.
Break it down. Is it $5,000?
Let's have a look. So
$1,500 for the
$1,500 for the CPU.
$600 on its own.
Well, all the parts. So you got your CPU, your M.2, the motherboard and the
Yeah.
case were 2,400 plus the card. That's another $1,500, so that's 3,900.
Yeah.
And then another 250 for the PSU. So that's 3,150, and then the RAM. But I had the RAM. I forget how much I paid for it. $300. So
that's not
35. Yeah,
That's not about $3,500.
not bad for 3,500.
What was saying 5,000? What was?
I don't know. We're just trying to make Joel feel a bit more jealous. I think.
Joel for his PC for his 600 bill, he paid what, $2,200 for his one. That's what, 70.
What did he pay? 2,200. So yeah, look, most of mine's in the case. But I mean, look, the case.
You get to take the case out.
The case is $600, but you got to remember it comes with the AIO. It comes with the power supply that we didn't use.
Yeah. So you had to use that.
Yeah. So if you had to use it, it's not really that bad.
That's small form factor. You are paying for the R&D.
Yeah.
So look, I've got to admit, everything actually fitted pretty well.
PSU is what, $200? AIO is what, another 150?
Yeah.
So you're paying $350, close to $400 for all that gear. So it's $200 case.
Pretty much.
$250 case.
Yeah. With
tempered glass.
Billy goes, but can it shred cheese?
Yeah, it can shred cheese.
Yeah.
It's you'd have to do it from the inside of the case though.
You probably still use a stock.
Yeah, you could.
You could. Yeah.
From all the calculations I did, it was a 600 watt would be is what I'd need. So the 650 watt would last, but why not?
Well, to be honest, I think going for the platinum is. I always recommend platinum. If you can afford a platinum PSU, and for me particularly, when you're doing your first build or you are doing a build, your PSU would be the first thing you would look for, and it will be the last thing you'll ever change. If you buy a crappy PSU, you'll be changing that next time. I've had my AX1200. It's gone for about 4 builds so far, and it's been going for about 4.5 years.
I mean, the other benefit, we've touched on this as well throughout the build, the other benefit of getting that PSU is it is smaller than the stock PSU it comes with. In size, the cooling is better as well. So anything in this case that's going to help with cooling, I think is a plus. Exactly.
I always recommend, stuffed it up.
I just have to.
You get some window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely look. In this case here, we have to get an SFX power supply for. We had no choice in this matter. But if you are looking at obviously building your own, and it was an ATX case, I would definitely recommend going platinum.
Cheaper cheese grater than a Mac Pro tower.
It is.
It is a lot cheaper, and it's probably a lot better than a Mac Pro tower.
10900 Z490 board, and it's actually a top end ITX board as well. RTX 3080.
Would you prefer this than a Mac Pro tower?
Oh. I'll never buy that. I've actually got a Mac for Trace. I haven't even powered it up yet. But yeah.
Seraph Val said, "Where's my cap at?" Where my cap at?
Oh, Seraph. I've actually got it here, Seraph. I haven't forgotten about you, buddy. Yeah, I've actually got it in the box ready downstairs. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll put it in the stream there. We'll install Windows on this thing, make sure it powers up, and we'll get everything all sorted out. But guys, I do want to thank you all for joining in for tonight's show. Like I said, tonight we did a bit of a change up. We're always talking tech, but I like to do some builds at the same time. I've actually got a few things coming up, so I might be doing some benchmarking probably next week, and see everything goes from there, because I've got a few other products I want to start showing you guys before I actually do the YouTube content. I've got about 9 videos in the list at the moment. I've done all the benchmarks for them ready. Now it's just pretty much payroll and seeing what my thoughts are, and then uploading them into our YouTube channel. But guys, thank you once again for joining in. Thank you, David, for actually allowing me to have the RTX 3080, benchmarking it, benchmarking the 1090 as well, and then allow me to build your PC. Changing your PSU took another hour. It would have been 11 o'clock finish tonight if we had to do that on the stream. So, love you as always. But guys, thanks once again for joining in. Thank you for the new subs as well.
Thanks for all the love, guys.
Subs, all the love as well. And I will see you guys very soon. I might be jumping on stream tomorrow night. Probably doing some other World of Warcraft, or I've actually got to finish off Squadrons.
Random Wise has asked, now that you've built the case, tell me, do you think it is humanly possible to hard tube mod the H1?
No.
No. There's your answer.
Tell you straight out now. No. Hard tubing, no. Soft tubing, yes. Obviously it comes.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight.
Good night, guys.
I will see you all soon. Thank you once again for our sponsors for the Talking Tech Show, for Cooler Master and Tesoro Tech. I'm not sitting on Tesoro's chair because I'm standing up right now, but Cooler Master, thank you once again. And guys, we'll see you next time. And actually, let's rate someone. Pick me a rate tonight. I'm just going to grab a random here. Who we got? You should be right tonight, guys. Any recommendations in the chat? Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Let's rate Deanie. Deanie 13.
He was on the chat, I think.
Yeah, he's actually streaming. So let's rate Deanie. Hit him a follow. He's one of the PC 419 staff members as well. He's playing a bit of Rainbow Six. And it's not the right down. All right, guys. Thanks once again. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday for Talking Tech. See you later.
Bye, guys.